Good morning and welcome to DBS This Morning. We at it again. It's another beautiful morning and we got another packed show for you. Of course, we normally start off with the morning news, and of course, Kendall, I believe, is going to be giving us the headlines this morning. We also got in touch with another fashion legend. We've got to keep up with them, you know. Fashion is back on the rise. As a matter of fact, we need to create a platform for our creatives. So we're going to be featuring one of the star legends this morning as well. We also caught up with Vanessa Long, who is an image consultant, and she had a workshop, a step-out workshop. So we also caught some of that as well.
Good morning. The island recorded a total of 4 homicides over the Easter weekend, spanning from Saturday, April 8th to Sunday, April 9th. About 7:15 p.m. on Saturday, April 8th, officers attached to the Southern Division were alerted of a shooting at Cedar Heights View Fort, where 18-year-old Aidan McFarlane was fatally shot in a drive-by incident. Shortly thereafter, officers were summoned to the scene of a second shooting in Westall Group View Fort, where they later confirmed there were 2 fatalities. Tara Joseph, 47 years old, and Kentrell Joseph, 2 years old, sustained gunshot injuries about their bodies after unknown assailants shot into the residence they occupied. On Sunday, April 9th, officers responded to a shooting at Bruceville in View Fort, where a medical practitioner confirmed the victim, Nicole Charles, 47 years old, of Bruceville View Fort, succumbed following that incident. The Ministry of Health, Wellness and Elderly Affairs is monitoring alerts from the Pan American Health Organization regarding the increased incidence of dengue and chikungunya cases in the region of the Americas. The number of dengue cases doubled in 2022 compared to that reported in 2021. The same increasing trends were noted with chikungunya.
Although the majority of these cases have been reported in the South American countries, the Aedes aegypti mosquito, which is the vector responsible for the transmission of these diseases, is present in St. Lucia. Dengue cases continue to be recorded in St. Lucia throughout the year, usually peaking between the months of June and November. Since the introduction of chikungunya virus in 2014, random cases have been recorded, ranging between 0 and 2 annually. There have been no recorded cases of Zika virus disease since the 2016 outbreak.
Although there has not been a recorded increase in cases of dengue and chikungunya, the Ministry of Health is assuring the public that the prevention and control measures have been augmented. This is important as the current weather conditions are favorable to mosquito breeding, and this means that cases are likely to increase even outside of the rainy season. The Ministry of Youth Development and Sports has partnered with the United States Agency for International Development, that's USAID, to keep vacationing students from across the island constructively engaged through a series of camps during the Easter break.
This activity today is a very important one, very timely. As Youth Development and Sports, we are in partnership with USAID to conduct a series of Easter camps, which will be held in the south, in the north, and in the west. At the Grand Riviere Combined School, the Stanley John Odlum Memorial School, and the View Fort Comprehensive Secondary School. And today we have a training of trainers workshop for our youth officers, our youth workers, and some NYC personnel to conduct those camps. At those camps, they will administer topics such as life skills, conflict resolution, leadership, and a number of our young people in St. Lucia between the ages of 12 to 17 will benefit from such camps. So I am very happy, especially given the upsurge in crime in St. Lucia, that this initiative is being expedited, because something has to be done for us to get the message out there to our youth that crime does not pay.
Several of these camps got underway at sites across the island on Tuesday. Finally, through an agreement signed November 8th, 2022, the Caribbean Public Health Agency, or CARPHA, became the recipient of financing to the tune of €149,976 from the German Agency for International Cooperation, the GIZ, for the implementation of the global program Digital Transformation in the Caribbean region. This was based on CARPHA's proposal developed in April of 2022 for capacity development for audio messaging as a tool for community outreach to improve health-seeking behaviors in the Caribbean. And those are your top stories. Thanks for watching. Good morning.
Thank you, Kendall. We're now due for a break. We'll be right back.
another honorary person here right now. She won the President's Award this evening. Claudia Jn Baptiste. How are you doing this evening?
I'm good, thank you. Very well.
How does it?
I'm a little surprised because, you know, being in the background and helping, developing and doing everything, never expected this, honestly.
I mean, I saw you surprised. You were like, wow, what's going on here? What am I doing up here?
Not true. Yes.
So, I mean, how many years have you been doing fashion? Have you been involved in
Well,
fashion?
I have not been in fashion. I have been actually more like a technical support, put it that way, because my background, as the minister mentioned, I was working in the development agency with the National Research and Development Foundation. Okay. So I worked with a number of the fashion people who were there in terms of organizing technical help for them, put it that way.
Okay. Now it's interesting because when a lot of people hear about the fashion, they think it's just about the garments, the clothing, the designing, but they don't think of the other aspects involved in it. So this is really interesting to know about, right? Could you elaborate a bit more on that side?
Okay, what you have to do is that people have to learn how to make clothing from the technical standpoint, you know, where they know how to cut, how they know how to stitch, how they put pieces together. And of course, I worked with a number of people who wanted to set up their own little factories. Well, I think that when I started, we had the first set of people who were really into school clothing production. You know, so we were able to get help for them, from the CDB, where we brought in technical support and they trained them in developing a production line so they can understand how it is to the whole production process, where they could put people to work and at the end of the day you make a number of pieces and that kind of thing. So I actually worked with people doing school garments as well as other people who were into fashion and making dresses and stuff like that. And while it was a little while ago, but when JQ still owned the Blue Coral building, I had my first designer put in her whole collection in the JQ building, you know, that kind of thing. And it's just that I think that our people in that industry are not tenacious enough. We need to be more aggressive and be able to start making stuff and, you know, showing ourselves and having a presence in the St. Lucian society.
Now, this is where I might pick a bit of a bone here. Why do you think that is such, that people have these kind of attitudes towards the industry?
I think it's because they're not confident. That's how I feel, because in my personal life, in my own business life, I'm a crafter, and my attitude is that I'm the best crafter that there is, and I'm the best crafter that there is, and if I put out something, I am confident that it's going to sell, and I believe in what I do. But I think we have to develop this kind of positive thing about when we make something, we know it is good. You know, we go through the processes, we make sure that we monitor, we look and see whether we're making things to perfection, you know, and have a standard about what we do and believe in ourselves. I think we don't believe in ourselves enough. You know, we need to believe in ourselves and know that this is what we're doing and we're the best. And that's how I feel about my stuff. And if anybody feels that my stuff isn't good, I go to the next person who will understand what I'm doing. And that's it.
That is very true, because the confidence now, as anybody involved in art, of course there is the art side, I would say, and the business side of it, right? And the art side and the business side are very reliant on each other, but then the art side is very important,
it is very important,
right?
Yes.
And that's where the confidence now lies in. So we also need to learn how to balance and keep both of them up at the same time.
You have to have a balance, and you have to understand that, for instance, if I make a product, if I'm making a product, I mean, it comes from the whole conceptualization, where I think about the product and draw and whatever it is, and I put it down on paper, and I put in the components, and I put in the prices of everything, and I work it out so I know that when I sell it, that I can make a few dollars off of it. You understand? I don't overprice them, but I make sure that I can sell it so that I can, you know, sustain myself, kind of thing, you know, so that's basic.
So overall, of the fashion industry in St. Lucia, I mean, COVID, I think we can safely say, has left. Fashion and all other industries, entertainment, commerce-wise, everything, are moving full throttle ahead. What do you wish to see or expect to see this year, hoping to see this year with the fashion industry?
Okay, what I would really love to see this year is that, for instance, our main industry now is supposed to be tourism, okay? We have 365 days in the year. we're selling to people who live in temperate countries, okay? So we ought to, these are the people who are visiting us. So I think that we need to begin to design for those people to be able to buy our stuff, our products when they come to St. Lucia. So it means that we have to plan continuously. And as a designer of garments or whatever, it is not a one-off thing. It is a continuous process. So that every year you know that, okay, we have 4 seasons in North America or in Europe or whatever, or in Canada, whatever. These are the people coming in. We sit down and we begin to design, okay? And then we look, we market test the things, and we get out there. And we are persistent, you know, we are consistent. We keep our quality up and ensure that we sell our products, you know? It is not a one-off thing. I think that's the problem that we have, is that we believe that, okay, you make something and it makes a bang. It's like show business. This is not show business. This is real stuff. We need to continuously be working at it, kind of thing. Okay? All right. I hope I didn't bore you. Thanks.
Honestly, wow. Wow. Okay. And with all what you said, I can see why you're on the President's Award this evening.
I'm very passionate about what I do, and the only thing, it saddens me that our people are not benefiting enough from what can happen. And there are opportunities there, and I think that, you know, our young people, I feel for our young people, you know, and I think that if some of them are interested in fashion, or whoever is interested, they should come to the Fashion Council, and we can work with them and push them forward, okay, because we're very serious about what we're doing, okay? All right.
Okay, I don't want to keep you too long. I see the buffet might be running a bit low, so I want you to go in touch, okay?
They'll make sure they leave for me, don't worry.
Congratulations once again. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And now for a look at the Step Out workshop with Vanessa Long.
My name is Vanessa Henry Long. I am a certified image consultant, personal stylist, and makeup artist from Lovely Makeup Artistry and Image Consultancy. So I hosted the first ever Step Out workshop, and it was basically an experience, I would say. It's a workshop like no other. I'm not even sure if we've ever done something like that before, but it was one where the ladies were given tips and insights on how to elevate, basically step out in style, in elegance, and in etiquette. So it was a workshop that focused, it was only for ladies. So don't worry, maybe I'll do something like that for the men, because I know men may be asking, but it was only for the ladies, as it was in commemoration of International Women's Day. Though it happened in February, it was basically a workshop to help women elevate themselves and step out. Oh, I must say I was really surprised when I put out the information there. I wasn't sure who I was going to get in terms of, I know I attract professional women because of my target or my niche market. However, I was able to attract a good mix. So I had from as young as 19, I think the youngest was 19 years. She is a professional young lady who, I'm not sure if she had many years of experience in work, but based on her conversation, she was very pleased to be there as she was just starting off in her career. I also had business women, as well as persons who, you know, just wanted to come and test it out and see what this workshop was all about. So it was a good group of women, professional as well as women who are just curious on how they can elevate their style and be the best version of themselves. And of course, I had persons from different age range. I think I mentioned that as well. So it was totally the perfect mix you can have. One of the things some of the things I think we touched on and the women really appreciated is how to elevate their appearance. I think one of the things that women focus a lot on as of late is to look good. So we touched a little bit on that, how to represent your best self through your personal style. So the ladies were actually taught how to mix and match styles to go with their personality as well as their lifestyle. We even had, you know, a little battle amongst the tables because we had 5 tables of about 10 women. Yes, the event was 48 strong with 2 persons who weren't able to attend. They couldn't make it, which I'm hoping next time around they will be able to come through to step out. But the ladies really appreciated the appearance aspect. Another area we touched on is the level of etiquette and elegance, which I think was at the core and the center of it. One of the areas that, though we know how to treat people, though we know a little bit about etiquette, it was more on the ladies becoming aware on how their behaviors can affect other persons, and not just thinking of yourself in the process, but how can you be considerate, how can you be honest, how can you be respectful, which in truth and in fact are the 3 pillars of etiquette. So I think they really appreciated that aspect because it was somewhat like mind opening and mind boggling to like, but this is something we know, so why don't we do it, you know? So it was really an amazing aspect in the workshop. And not forgetting, of course, the practical little exercises that we did. Oh yes, I believe we did definitely met the goals. Everyone may have come in with an idea of what they think the objective was for them, but I think in going through the practical exercises, because it was a hands-on workshop, it was not one where I was just coming and talking. Not forgetting, I also had my guest speaker. Unfortunately, she wasn't able to be present in person, but even her video that she presented was very strong and very powerful, and the message was all centered around being you and understanding where you come from. And even for ladies, and even whoever, the men, whoever would have been there, because I know some of the guys were there. They were not supposed to be there, the cameraman and stuff, they were guys. My photographer and camera guy, yes, they were guys. And even them too, they took in that information, because you may come in with a goal and be like, okay, I want to do this, I want to learn and elevate my style, but it's more about you as an individual, less about the aesthetics and more about you individually, that inner beauty. And I think that's what most persons left with. How can I elevate myself, not just from the outward appearance, but from inside? Step out 2.0. I think honestly I would like to do other workshops in between, but step out is something that I would say would be a yearly focus for me because of the where I'm going with it. It is something that I think, as you maybe would see through maybe the little video footage, it is something that takes time because it's a whole day workshop focusing on that holistic woman, that woman who wants to bring out herself. And you can well imagine these things is not done overnight. So the process itself in getting there was a lot of work, and for that I believe it's definitely something that will be done yearly. Oh yes, definitely. I think even if my niche market is women, professional women, catering to men is also as important. As an image consultant, I do speak to men. I do have male clients as well, and you can actually look out for Step Out male version. Well, I would like to thank all of the ladies who came out to support me, and of course my list of sponsors. I do have some amazing sponsors, some persons who are backing me up. Of course, my media sponsors, DBS and RCI, who have been behind me. I would not have been able to do it without them. I mean, as a young business entrepreneur, one of the things is when you come out, persons may not necessarily know who you are, and having the backing of a media house like DBS and even RCI, I'm really thankful for them. I must say that I had some, like I said, some amazing sponsors. I had the likes of Glitz Law, who has also been behind me, Natalie and her team. We also had the likes of L'Express des Îles. The ladies, let me tell you, they want some amazing prices, eh? The sponsors were just coming and they were just rolling out. My tea sponsor, who the Enchanted Kettle, Wings of Love, Posh Life, they were my style sponsors. Let me tell you, those ladies were just giving the styles, and the styles were coming out, and everyone who supported, they can actually be found in St. Lucia because of all St. Lucian sponsors. I also had the team of Blue Waters and Heineken St. Lucia who came out to support me as well. Rainforest Hideaway, Soufre Hot Wire, my style sponsor of the area, Style Decor, Style with V, she did an amazing job. Even Eden Style, who did all of my printing. Let me tell you, events take time to put together, and you need a team. So my team, the head of my team, my sister, Dora Henry, I know I'm going on and off with the sponsors, but it's important. Duty Free Caribbean, Colombian Emeralds, who came out and they did their showcasing there. That added value to the event where the ladies were able to shop after the event. Coco Palm, which is my hotel sponsor. Let me tell you, I want to cry. It was just so amazing, and I look forward to doing this again because every single person who invested their money, their time, my guest speaker, Mrs. Leon Theodore John, let me tell you, I would not be able to do any of this without them. And I'm just so thankful to everyone, Island Styles, and everyone that maybe I didn't, Island Insurances, sorry, everyone I didn't maybe mention here who came out and said, Vern, you can do this. I would just like to take time to thank them. So next time it will be, I don't know if I should say it will be bigger and better because this one was so good. I don't even know how to put it in words, but it will be just like Vanessa, extraordinary and lovely.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this morning's SocaCize session. Leading the wine, we have Suzanne from Studio Fit and Healthy 911 and myself, Shani, from SocaCize St. Lucia. Let's get ready to flaunt with SocaCize. This morning's workout is a wine and tone routine to Happiness by Ding Dong. Let's get moving. All right, so we're going to begin tap, tap, step back side. 4, 3, 2. Tap, tap, back. Tap, tap, back. Tap, tap, back. One more. We're going to add the arms to that. Let's go. Hey. 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 One more. Stretch those hands to the ceiling. Let's go. Brush the shoulder. Hey. 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 Push. Side. Next side. Happiness. Up. Brush it. Hey. Push. Next side. Third. Hey. 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 Leg on the bird. Hey. Next side. Step it out. Hey. 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 4, 3, 2. Happiness. Let's go. Let's go. Hey. Push. Happiness. Whoa. Push. We're gonna tap. Let's go. Hey. 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 Let's start the arms. Hey. Happiness. Happiness. Let's go. Whoa. Push. Again. Whoa. Push. Happy, happy.
Happiness.
Push.
Bad mind, we don't want no friendship from them. Sing again now. Happiness.
Whoa.
We don't need no with stress.
Push, push.
Dance me a dance and I enjoy myself. If you want to set up for your business.
That was this morning's session. We hope you are feeling sexy, sultry, and strong. Do remember to flaunt today.
And that's our show. Join us again tomorrow. We'll be right back here on DBS This Morning.